for them to get the information they need to make decisions. So we developed an ontology.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's where we start. We developed an ontology. So I work with a lot of the data of Point Topic. And when we started this journey, I don't think we actually really wanted to make our own ontology. And I had a good look at what existed already and what was available and what we could do. We are not experts on ontologies or knowledge graphs, but we ended up having the feeling that we should make our own one because there simply wasn't anything that someone with my background was able to understand and use and implement with the data that we work with. So we made an ontology. We called it the Common Telecoms Ontology. It is on GitHub as well. There is a paper that was written about 10 or 7 years ago that we used as a basis for it, although it was a very technical ontology with a lot more terms related to these sort of data standards and data hardware of the telecoms industry, and that's not really the data we work with. Our data is a lot more cross-domain, and it starts off with commercial data and organizational data. So that means the relationship of organizations that provide telecoms to the services they offer at the locations they offer them, and then also over the networks, the specific types of networks that exist that they offer it over. Our ontology is divided into classes, object properties, and data properties, and you see here just an example. So Openreach is a network provider in the UK. It is also a wholesaler, so that's a characteristic of a network operator, whether it is only operating as a wholesaler, so they don't sell to end users like you and me at home. Then we have networks. We have different types of networks, different properties of networks, and different types of relationships to different organizations. And yeah, that's what we want to represent here. There are also various hierarchies, especially in the telecoms industry. Well, as in many other industries, it's quite complicated because companies are always buying each other up or going bankrupt or founding subsidiaries or brands, and that's one of the big complications related to our data, where it's quite difficult to attribute a data point to an organization. If there are many organizations you could attribute it to. So you really do need an ontology to kind of capture all of that complexity. So yeah, we use this ontology. So it's open source, it's on GitHub, but we use it in our day-to-day work now. We're quite happy with that. It forms the foundation for how we work on new projects. Also, partially with the EC, some of the projects we are working on there, we want to bring this up more in the future because it's also a bigger and bigger topic in the EC, I think. So we implemented it in Snowflake SQL. Snowflake is a private company that hosts cloud database warehouses, and we looked at a lot of different implementations, and some people might be disappointed that we didn't use Sparkle or anything with XML or RDF structures. We looked at that. We also looked at Neo4j. We looked at Amazon Neptune, which is enterprise-grade ontology service from Amazon. But we wanted something quite specific that could have an ontological validation, or could be ontologically validated, but is also available to us in our day-to-day work, and is also, as much as possible, plain text. So basically, we wanted to be able to access a table, be that an entity or a relationship, and actually see the data in plain text. And then we also wanted to avoid the overhead of having to load our business data into another language or syntax and then having to query